Hey, what's going on, y'all? Herbie from lifeisatrucker.com. I know you're probably wondering what's in the driver success kit. I'm gonna do this one quick. There's a long extended version of the video that I just did, and I was like, that's ridiculous. They ain't gonna wanna see all that. But in case you wanna see the long version, it's somewhere on this page. Escape what's holding you back. Personal development. This CD is $15 online. Introduction to trucking. This CD is $15 online. Escape from the CB. This is a personal development, career coaching CD. I tell a lot of my experiences and what I learned from them on this CD. It talks about everything, including relationship, marriages. Just everything, really. Everything. That's on there. Start with the truck. Continue with the trucking stuff. This is actually a DVD package. This is Driver Success Kit. I can't bring it close because it's not on autofocus. This is my fixed lens, but this is Driver Success Kit DVD. The DVD is $19, and this does not contain half of the stuff that's in the online version. Well, maybe about half of the stuff that's in the online version. But the thing about the online version, I will be continuing to add product on there. And the surprise bonus is I will be inviting some of my YouTube, some of the people that I like on YouTube. I don't spend a lot of time on there, but when you go and you check your stuff or you're uploading, then they have the suggested videos. And because of that, I ran across some guys that I really like, This is Introduction to Making Money Online. This is a DVD. This is $19 by itself. You might say, well, who charged $19? Because, okay, making money online is really invaluable. When I talk to people, because I do some coaching now for people interested in this, they never heard of this stuff. So I talk about 10 to 15 ways that you can make money online. And this is what you could be doing in your downtime. This is what a lot of your trucker wives could be doing while at home. Now I talk about other stuff too that they should be doing, like if you plan on making the most out of this and expanding trucking companies at the other, then y'all could be studying freight brokering and dispatching and all of that stuff. I talk about all of this in the package, y'all. What you do in your downtime. Life Design Workshop, which goes with this book. Life Design Academy, again, this is another whole package. This DVD course, this is a course, it's not a movie. This is a course. This is $19 by itself. The book is $19. It's a workbook. But I need to do some editing on this workbook. It's all good though. It's the content that matters, man. But yeah, this is in there. It is what it sounds like. Life Design Workshop. So what I have found is that most people were not taught to think about what you really want for your future. Well, as specific as you can get about it, and then work your way forward. Okay, what do I really want to be the deal for me when I'm retired? What does that retirement look like? Most people never went through that exercise and then figure out a roadmap to get there. This helps you design all that. You're never going to, how do people end up looking back, regretting their last 20 years, their last 10 years, their last 5 years, their last year? How do people look in the mirror and say, I'm in the same place I was last year this time, and be remorseful about it, live in regret, what it shoulda, coulda? A lot of people. And that's simply because not really thinking of what you want so that you can actually work towards something. We call it wandering. Zig Ziglar, I think, calls it a wandering generality. But yeah, this is an hour and 15 minutes, hour and 10 minutes, something like that. This is included. So obviously, you're already talking about a career in trucking. I'm going to include this. Originally, it wasn't included. Matter of fact, on the sales page, I talk about why it's not included, because most people I meet don't want to read. But, some people might want to read it. So that'll be in there. There's a few typos there too. Don't worry about that. You want the content. But hey man, all of this stuff right here, but really is invaluable because of what it does for you. You might say, because this is career coaching and personal development wrapped in one. And you might say, why? Because a lot of people just want to get a job, go to work. Well then, how do you know? Okay, I'll tell you more of the stuff that you expect to see. What you expect to see is in here. How to choose a trucking company is in here. The question, I got a video. I'm sorry, I ain't cover everything. I only covered the physical products. There's a lot of other stuff in here that is not even available anywhere else. Okay, so the 10 questions that you should ask trucking companies. That's a PDF and it's a a video that explains everything that's on the PDF. That's in here. I talk about relationship tips and advice. I have a PDF that talks about questions that you and your significant other should entertain, with each other, so that you're on the same page, so that you're thinking ahead. I talk about you should have a plan. Just like when I say designing your life, y'all should have an idea of what the plans are for this trucking experience. It doesn't mean, normally and naturally, every year you should pick a point in which to update those plans, but you should start off having some kind of an idea. One of the reasons that wives are so unsatisfied and unhappy is because they have absolutely no idea of how this ends or what's the next step. All they know is the guy's going forever for weeks at a time, and that this is not what they really had in mind when they got into a marriage. This is for the people who didn't get married with trucking as part of the picture. There's no need. People want to comment anytime you make a statement because they're an exception to the rule. Obviously, I'm talking about the people who are in that situation. Hey, see, that's the benefit of all this stuff, man. I can't think of everything. I'm not saying that it's all inclusive, every possible detail, everything you could think of is in here. No. But you're talking about 13 years, my personal 13 years that helped me to get driver of the year as a company driver and owner operator of the year as well. The thinking and the lessons behind that is in here. And then everything that I learned from other drivers with even a lot more experience than me, from conversations and also interacting on the website, all of this information is in here. The information that's in here is coming from all of that experience, let's put it that way. One of the main things that I wish to convey is you never get to a point where you know everything. There's too many variables, there's too many things that come up. So as long as you drive, you will continue to learn. But what I'm saying is this jumpstarts your career, the Driver Success Kit. That jumpstarts your career. The reason I was able to retire in 13 years was because of the thinking that I had going through it. You meet people who drive until they retire. There's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. It is something wrong with that to me if the only reason you're driving is because you have to drive. You don't even want to drive, but you're doing it because that's all you know and you can't do anything else. You don't have to be in that predicament. And we cover information and topics, and I try to put you in the way of thinking so you're not in that predicament. What I really want is for you to set a goal. If you want to drive for 5 years, for 10 years or whatever, then you do the things that help you reach that goal, and it's possible. If I had this way of thinking at an earlier stage, I wouldn't even need to be doing nothing, because one of the things I talked to you about is how I blew so much money. Just ignorant, just throwing away money because I was making so much money when I first started. But that was dumb, throwing away all that money. There wasn't material like this that I was looking at. So, now the short version is getting long. Hey guys, that's it. One more thing. We will have webinars from time to time as well for the people who are members. And I'm going to tell you like this. I will be adding material, and I think I said it already, but I'm not sure. And the price is going to go up because obviously as I continue to add, then it's going to step up onto what the expenses are and all that, and obviously it's going to be a higher value. So the price is going to go up. So get in now. Whether y'all get in or not, whether you buy or not, I wish you the very best. And only the strong survive life as a trucker. I know you're probably wondering, what is this driver success kit thing and why do you need it? Well, I'm going to show you what it is, but I'll tell you why you need it first. You need it because I know that you want this experience in trucking to be something that you are glad you did in order for you to be glad. What is you talking about, dude? Hey, what's going on, y'all?